Now I would like to show you game 29 from this book in the chapter Memorable Games, because game 29 is played against Sunil Weeramantry. And you say, who is Sunil Weeramantry? Well, Sunil Weeramantry is the author of this book, Best Lesson of a Chess Coach, that it's really a wonderful book. It's just based on 10 games, but these games are analyzed very well, annotated well, and they ask you questions at the right time. Sunil Weeramantry is also the stepfather of Hikaru Nakamura, so obviously he had surely some influence in his stepson development as a chess player. The game 29 is Larry Kaufman white against Sunil Weeramantry black. In that time, New York 1996, Kaufman was 24-25 as rating and Sunil was 22-95. Sunil, I think it's an FIDE master, while 24-25 for Kaufman makes me think he was an international master in that time. d4, knight f6, c4, g6, knight c3, bishop g7, e4, d6, knight f3, castle, bishop e2, e5, castle, knight c6, d5, knight e7, b4, and now there is knight h5. And here there is a diagram. A diagram, generally we should think what would be the next move played by white, right? So in that time he played rook e1, and the comment here is, this was introduced shortly before this game. I was an early adopter. Now it is a main line of a King's Indian. Black continue with h6, but here it says, now this is considered too slow. Normal is f5, allowing knight g5, but it was natural to avoid this before theory was developed, because obviously if you play this and then you allow him to enter here, it starts to become a big problem, right? So that's why h5 was played. Slow means that it gives white time to create a successful counter-attack on the queen side. Why? Because you clearly see, no? h6 means he wants to attack on here, and b4 means he wants to attack on the queen side. Okay, so let's see what happens, right? Knight d2, knight f4, bishop f1, and here he made a dubious move that is g5. It seems that this move f5 or this move a5 are better. So let's see after g5 what happened. c5, f5, c takes d6, c takes d6, and knight c4 hitting the backwood d6 pawn. Here black played f takes e4, but let's see what happens, because it says it's dubious, but the move he gives g4 still give white a good advantage, so I don't understand. Knight takes e4, knight f5, b5, b5. This b5 means that he probably wants to play this and attack this, okay? Rook f7, removing the rook from this diagonal. Oh, and look at here. a4, this is interesting. So he doesn't want to play bishop f3. Bishop f8. Bishop b2. g4. King h1 is a dubious move, but it doesn't tell us what is the best move for white, so the annotation are not really good. h5, g3, knight g6, queen d2, bishop e7, king g1, h4, bishop g2. Here it gives a5 and white is better, so but strangely he didn't put a dubious move in bishop g2, who knows why. Rook h7, rook a d1, it seems is a dubious move. I would say it's a mistake, but not because you have lost something, but because, I'm sorry, you are attacking on the queen side, now you put the rook in the center. I don't really understand what you're doing. It means that he thinks he's able to break through here, and so this isolated queen pawn become a pass pawn and it must be pushed right away. Maybe that's the idea behind that, but rook queen f8, knight g5, h takes g3, f takes g3, and now black has a beautiful move. A really beautiful move. Wow. Boom. Rook take h2, king take h2, this, because you see this is behind, so it's a problem. And queen h5. Obviously you don't exchange, right? But look at the pressure, because now there is a pressure. So that's very interesting. I don't know, I thought that rook takes h2 was a beautiful move. Then I don't understand why the guy is not able to win. Rook c1. And here there is a diagram, but it doesn't tell us anything. So he strangely puts a diagram, but it doesn't put a comment. Here there is a mistake by black, which is g takes h3, but it doesn't tell us what black should actually play in this position. I don't know, honestly. If you guys find it, let me know. Obviously it could be something like bishop d7 to have this coming too in the game, because I'm sorry, black is playing with 5 points less, right? So I don't know, doesn't make much sense. And then there is the thing, when you take, you have closed the h file. Once you close the h file, how do you continue the attack with these two pieces that are not in the right place? Because if it was here, it goes here, yes, you continue the attack, but here it's not in the right place, right? Bishop e4, and here it's indicated as a final decisive advantage for white. Bishop d7, like I told you, because you need to bring this into the game. Queen e2, queen h7, obviously black doesn't want to exchange the queens, otherwise it's over. Queen g4, king g7 to defend this, but also he probably wanted to have this, but that's blocking everything. So it's useless, you cannot really put it here, so maybe it's here, yeah. Let's see what happens, okay? Bishop takes f5, bishop takes f5, queen takes f5, queen takes f5, rook f8, queen g4, rook f2, king h1, so obviously it doesn't go here to get check again probably, or something else, so he avoid that. And now there is king h8 to probably unpin this, but then there is rook f1, and it seems black resign. So I don't know. As you can see, he has put some diagrams, some kind of evaluation of the moves, but he didn't tell us what is right, what is wrong, and that's kind of important when you make a book, because what is your public? Who is your public, right? The one that are actually going to read your book. If your public is not made by grandmasters, maybe you actually need to put a little more indications of why some moves are wrong. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.